I have to say, without being a giant dbag, I feel so bad for people that will not experience This Is What You Are in context, or frankly out of context. This Is What You Are has been one of the pieces that I have thought about the most ever since finishing my gameplay experience of Warframe, about 140 some odd hours. This Is What You Are was a piece that lived with me inside and out before experiencing Warframe, and it was a piece of music that stuck with me after experiencing Warframe. And I think it speaks broadly to the idea that Warframe's music is phenomenal, both in and out of context. It does this thing that very few games can do, which is an elevation of emotional experiences that remove themselves from context while also being enhanced by context. It is so hard to do that with a lot of video game soundtracks, and Warframe, and especially this rendition of This Is What You Are by Keith Power, but especially Warframe and the album soundtrack version of This Is What You Are do a phenomenal job of that. I think This Is What You Are is one of these pieces that can transport us in a million different directions if we allow it to do so. And one of the fundamental things that I really admire and love about this piece is that it's the journey of essentially the soul. It feels like a cosmic experience where we are riding the wave of what it means to exist in the world, while also in context, reminding us of what it means to be more than what we appear to be on the surface. And I swear, the reason why I say I feel bad for people that can't experience This Is What You Are both in or out of context is because, boy, in context, The Second Dream is still one of the best kept secrets in video game history, as far as I'm concerned. It is such a mesmerizing moment when you spend 40 to 50 to 60 to 70 to 100 hours, you get to Neptune, you find the distress call, you experience that moment with your Warframe, and all of a sudden, the entire game just splits its head open and says, "Surprise, motherfucker! We've got ourselves a completely different game than you thought here." And that to me is magic. That to me is the power of video game music. That is the power of video games as a medium in general. However, taking it a step further, out of context, this particular song is so motivating, so inspiring, so edge of your seat, feeling like your life has value, meaning, and purpose, that it can't be helped. When my father was diagnosed with cancer, one of the things that I would do was listen to this song. I discovered it at the gym. I crystal clear remember the moment that I heard it for the first time. My mouth was literally, I remember this, a gap. I don't know. My mouth was wide open, and I was at the gym, and probably people thought I was weird, but I felt this surge of energy. And it was in that moment that I decided that this song could maybe defray some of the pain that my dad was going to experience and was experiencing. When I would force myself to do burpees, I would force myself to do squats, I would push myself to the brink, sweat dripping down my face. It sounds like I'm making it up, but I'm not. And this song made me feel like I was releasing some of that sadness and maybe giving my dad some of that health that I had, that I wanted him to have as he navigated that journey with his own cancer. And sadly, while he did pass away, I feel now that this song has morphed for me. This song is still about what it means to emerge from the cocoon of grief. This song helps me imagine what it's like to feel strong, capable, and willing to put myself out there, to put myself on the line, to defend myself, to just be the best man I can be. And this track does all of that regardless of the context. But in some cases, even in context, it does the exact same thing. I'll never forget the moment when we're being carried by our frame. I'll never forget the moment when we emerge forth and we discover what we are. It's a profound thing. This is one of my top 10 best, most favorite, most beloved video game soundtracks ever. And I really can't listen to it that frequently because it is so intense for me now. But I want to point out two different things in this little video. First is this. What, 5 notes? Think about that. Long sustained notes. Bum, 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 bum. It's a question. Let me tell you something. Let me show you who you really are. Yes, we get the vocals later. Yeah, that happens. It's amazing. But then we get this. All told, that's extremely simple. It's just doubling. But there's something about that melody that transcends a little video game. It transcends the ideas of what we experience on the screen. There's something so deeply rich about that melodic pattern. It burrows itself into you. It's profound. So you have the beginning, bum, 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 bum. You have the middle, ba-da, ya-da, ya-da, da, ya-da, da, contemplation. Who am I in this world? And then you get a call to action. I feel so bad for people that can't hear this song, won't hear this song, or experience this song in context, because that is one of the most galvanizing pieces in history of music as far as I'm concerned. The taiko drums, the swelling, the doubling, the horn in the background launching us into this feeling of achievement, this feeling of being able to conquer our greatest adversaries, our greatest weaknesses, our greatest challenges. Emerge strong. This piece is sublime. This piece is a thought piece. This piece is an emotion piece. This song is a feeling piece. This song is a physical body movement piece. It demands to be respected, it demands to be heard, and it demands to be honored. This Is What You Are is easily one of the best video game songs to ever exist, as far as I'm concerned. I'd love to know what your experience is with this particular track, because each of us come to this in a different way. Each of us arrive at the second dream in a different way. I've told you my story. I want to hear yours.